Before this story begins, let me tell you what it is about. It is about a night when I received a strange phone call from an unknown number. No name. No profile picture. Just numbers. I answered, thinking it might be a wrong dial. That happens. People misdial. Phones glitch. But the voice on the other end was not what I expected. It was silent at first, no greeting, no breathing, just emptiness. I repeated myself. Hello? Nothing. I almost hung up. But then I heard it. A soft sound. Not words. Not static. Just breathing. Slow. Deliberate. Like someone standing very close to the microphone. My stomach tightened. I told myself it was a prank. Spam call. Kids messing around. That happens. Technology allows strange jokes. I hung up. Tried to forget it. Went back to what I was doing. But seconds later the phone rang again. Same number. I hesitated. Why call twice? I answered. Silence. Then a whisper. Barely audible. I can see you. My blood turned cold. See me? Impossible. Phones don't see. They transmit sound. That was logic. I laughed nervously. Bad joke. Horror trick. I hung up again. My hands trembled slightly. I told myself it meant nothing. But the phone vibrated again. Message this time. Same number. Short text, I am inside. My heart skipped. Inside? Inside what? My house? My phone? My mind? I looked around. Normal room. No movement. No shadows. Everything as it should be. I deleted the message. Ignored it. Tried to breathe. In. Out. In. Out. That helps. But deep down I felt it, the unsettling idea that something had reached me. Something watching. Waiting. For those watching on YouTube or Facebook from a computer, PC, or television, please subscribe or follow the channel or page. Thank you. I set the phone down, trying to calm myself. The screen remained dark for a moment, then flickered with the same number calling again. My hands trembled as I picked it up. Logic screamed to ignore it. Don't engage. That happens. Phones malfunction. Numbers repeat. But fear made me answer. Silence. I held my breath, listening. Then the whisper again, closer, clearer, I am here. My heart raced. My apartment felt smaller, heavier. The air itself seemed alive, pressing down. I tried to rationalize. Perhaps a prankster. Someone knows my number. That happens. But how could they know my location? My room? My movements? Impossible. I looked around, shadows stretched oddly. Furniture cast shapes that didn't belong. My hands shook. I tried calling a friend. No signal. Perfect timing. That happens. I paced, glancing at every corner, every reflection. Nothing. Yet the feeling persisted. Watching. Waiting. Patient. Then my phone buzzed again. A photo. Dark. Blurry. But unmistakable, my room, from an angle I never positioned the camera. I froze. No one had been here. No one had entered. Evidence proved otherwise. My pulse hammered. I whispered to myself, imagination. Hallucination. Sleep deprivation. That happens. But the photo existed. Real. Physical evidence of presence. And the next message made my blood run cold. I am closer. I swallowed hard, backing away. Fear rooted me in place. For those watching on YouTube or Facebook from a computer, PC, or television, please subscribe or follow the channel or page. Thank you. I couldn't stay still. The messages, the photo, the whispers, they demanded attention. My mind raced, searching for explanations. A hacker? Someone with access to my devices? Impossible. No security breach. I double-checked everything: Wi-Fi, camera permissions, software updates. All secure. Good. Logic. Reason. But fear ignored logic. It pressed against me, thick, suffocating. I walked toward the window, hoping for some comfort, some normalcy outside. Darkness stretched endlessly. No streetlights flickered. No cars passed. The city seemed frozen, as if holding its breath. I shivered. Something was wrong. Deeply wrong. I turned back to the room. Shadows elongated strangely, corners darker than they should be. The phone vibrated again. I picked it up cautiously. The screen glowed with a new message: behind you. My stomach dropped. My heart pounded in my ears. I slowly turned, scanning every inch of the room. Nothing moved. No figure. No shadow. Just ordinary furniture and empty space. Yet the air felt alive, heavy with presence. Watching. Waiting. I whispered, "No. Impossible." But I knew. Someone, or something, was here. And it had been closer than I realized all along. The apartment, my sanctuary, no longer felt safe. I backed toward the door, trembling, but every step was deliberate, measured. The unseen presence seemed to anticipate me. I felt its gaze on my back, cold, patient. For those watching on YouTube or Facebook from a computer, PC, or television, please subscribe or follow the channel or page. Thank you. I fumbled with the doorknob, my hands shaking uncontrollably. The apartment felt smaller, suffocating, as if the walls were closing in. My mind screamed at me to leave, but every fiber of my being was frozen in fear. The phone buzzed again. I glanced at it, another message. Simple. Terrifying. I am watching. My pulse spiked. I could feel it, the presence. Somewhere in the room, invisible, patient. I swallowed hard. Maybe I had imagined the photos. The whispers. The messages. That happens. But the cold air, the shadows, the unnatural stillness told me otherwise. I turned toward the bed. The blanket was slightly moved, as if disturbed recently. Not by me. My heart raced. I whispered a mantra: logic. Reason. Nothing supernatural. That helps. In. Out. In. Out. My thoughts raced. Someone had to be in the apartment. Impossible. Locked doors. Security. Evidence of intrusion. The room seemed ordinary, yet nothing felt right. I could feel eyes in the corners, behind mirrors, even in the darkness of the closet. Paranoia? Perhaps. But the signs persisted. I backed away, trembling. The apartment was alive. Observing me. Testing me. And the phone buzzed again, one last message: you can't hide. I knew then that my sanctuary was gone. Something had entered. And it wasn't leaving. For those watching on YouTube or Facebook from a computer, PC, or television, please subscribe or follow the channel or page. Thank you. I collapsed onto the bed, trying to breathe. The messages, the whispers, the feeling of being watched, it all pressed against me. I told myself it was paranoia. Nighttime anxiety. That happens. The human mind creates threats when it feels unsafe. But the apartment remained silent in a way that felt unnatural. No creaks. No distant sounds. Just stillness. I glanced at the phone. The last message remained, "You can't hide." My hands trembled. I locked the screen, hoping it would stop. It didn't. A notification appeared. New photo. I hesitated before opening it. Dark. Blurry. But undeniable, my bedroom, captured from an angle I never positioned anything. The camera should not have seen this. No device pointed that way. Yet the image existed. Evidence. My stomach turned. Someone, or something, was here. Watching. Recording. I looked around frantically. No movement. No shadows. Ordinary room. But the air felt heavy, thick with presence. I whispered to myself, hallucination. Stress. Sleep deprivation. That happens. But deep down I knew it wasn't true. The messages were real. The photos were real. The feeling of being observed was real. I backed toward the door, desperate to leave, but my legs felt weak. Paralyzed. The apartment, once safe, now felt like a trap. Something had entered. And it was still watching. For those watching on YouTube or Facebook from a computer, PC, or television, please subscribe or follow the channel or page. Thank you. I stood in the middle of the room, trying to convince myself it would pass. Messages, photos, whispers, explainable things. Technology glitches. Human mistakes. That happens. But the feeling remained. Watching. Silent. Patient. I glanced at the phone again. No new messages. Good. Maybe it was over. I exhaled slowly. In. Out. In. Out. My heartbeat steadied slightly. Logic returned. There was no intruder. No ghost. No explanation beyond stress. I walked toward the window, hoping for air, for normality. Outside, the city was quiet. Too quiet. No distant traffic. No lights. Just darkness. I shivered. Something was off. Deeply off. I turned back to the room. The phone buzzed. I froze. Another message. Simple. Final. I never left. My blood turned cold. I stared at the screen. No name. No number. Just words. Impossible words. I had deleted the messages. Blocked the number. Yet it continued. I backed away, trembling. My mind screamed for explanations. Hacker. Prank. System error. That happens. But the photos, the whispers, the presence, none of it fit logic. I scanned the room. Nothing moved. No shadows. No figures. Ordinary space. Yet I could feel it, watching, waiting. I realized then that the apartment was not simply a place. It was aware. Observing. Reacting. I had seen the messages, heard the whispers, felt the presence. Evidence was everywhere. Something had entered. And it wasn't leaving. I understood the truth, some things cannot be explained. Some places change you. And some eyes never stop watching. For those watching on YouTube or Facebook from a computer, PC, or television, please subscribe or follow the channel or page. Thank you.